And we're back. Another episode with Sekou, Krem. I wish y'all can see. I wish we had like the camera on the screen, even as like the music was going on Sekou. Every single time, but you get me going. Like you get me dancing before, getting the intro music up, running. I love it, man.
Bro, that music is bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Today on Sekou Krem, we're going to talk about the digital note, communication strategies in a virtual economy, and even more importantly, how Sekou, man, this is amazing. Sekou is taking new agents and consistently putting $80 million in momentum every single month using these strategies.
Every month.
And you hear that bell a lot. You hear the bell a lot. You hear about what they're doing. So first off, Sekou, what is that? What is the digital note? What does that mean to you?
Dude, so rewind. I'll tell you a quick story, right?
Yeah.
So back in the day, I'm talking to my kid. I'm like, yo, you got to go to the library. You got to do some research. You got to go get some encyclopedia. And my kid is like, here is the encyclopedia. I'm like, no, take your ass to the library. You got to go and do some learning, kid. And he was like,
go get your learning on.
He was like, do you want me to take a lantern and a charcoal pencil too? And I was like, what the hell? He said, Dad, I've got an encyclopedia on my phone. You got an encyclopedia on your phone. You could do Google. You could do this. You could do that. And I was so resistant to it.
Right.
Fast forward, I'm teaching some agents how to, what up, Rob? I was teaching some agents how to communicate with folks. And one of the biggest things that anybody ever says is to send the handwritten note, right? The handwritten note.
Right.
Well, if I was to follow the logic of my kid, man, you know, are we using the lantern? Are we sending it with carrier pigeons? Like, what are we doing, right? Everybody's got a phone. Everybody makes notes every single day. So we send out a digital thank you card every single day. Every time you send a text, it's a digital thank you card, man.
Right.
It's got an 85% open rate, bro. What else is Soto?
The Soto legacy, the 85% open rate?
85, and that's pre-COVID conversations, right?
Right.
I don't even know what the studies are going to show now. It's probably going to show something like a 98% open rate, right? But like an 85% open rate. If you do the land, sea, and air approach, man, the way that Nick talks,
I'm sending the handwritten note, the digital note,
the handwritten note, the digital note, the video note.
Right.
Holy smokes! Not only will they open it, but they'll watch it. It shows that that the average person watches over 70% of any video that's sent to them.
Wow!
And check this out, and this is for our
sales numbers today.
No, brother. I mean, we just been chewing them, right? Now check this out. Over 60% will respond.
Wow! I'm taking these notes here. This is a presentation good. Yeah.
If you got the right mindset going, if you got the right system going, if you're communicating with your people on a regular basis, including sending thank you notes, right? What you'll find is that you're going to communicate with more folks, as you say, Nick, naming the puppy. And so we just started doing that.
So naming the puppy, guys, just so like for people out there that don't understand what that means. So we got this concept because what's the one thing you don't do if you don't plan on keeping a puppy? You don't name it because once you name it, it becomes part of the family. And once it becomes part of the family, it's tough to give it up, right? So it's the same thing with real estate agents. You know, they have a bunch of agents contacting them. What are you doing to name yourself as their real estate agent? So those video messages, those constant communication is always at the top, but the video messages can set you apart right away because you form those relationships and they see you. Once they see you and form a relationship, that relationship is one of the toughest parts in closing the deals. Like, how do you form a relationship in 30 minutes or less? Well, how do you do it before you even walk in the door? And that's what that video message does.
Name the puppy. Yeah.
So continue, man. You were just talking about that.
Well, see, no. But see, the thing is that whole idea, right, is what keeps people from the work involved in real estate, right? So it keeps agents, like the idea that I've got to get to know them and I got to establish a relationship, and all of this is coming from, wait for it, a cold call. Well, you want to warm that call up, you name that puppy,
right?
And so what we found, man, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, but while we're talking, man, but what we're finding is that even brand new agents, new to an area, somebody could just move to the area.
New to an area, new to real estate.
Can get the lion's share of production started, right? If they just follow the simple process of doing a digital note, naming the puppy, and following up with a phone call. Listen to my language there. Digital note, name the puppy, follow with a phone call.
Yep.
When I tell you right now that little strategy is throwing the combos on them, I mean, it's just straight up knocking them out.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. I'm so impressed with it. I love the fact that Nick, that you don't, there's little things that you say all the time that I don't think that your audience really picks up on. That they should be taking notes on. So I just yesterday, Nick, agent, well, what took you so long to do this intro video? She says, well, I kept reviewing it and I kept doing it over and over again. So it was right. No. The guru, Nick Krem, says, don't ever watch your video.
Yeah.
Just hit
never watch it. It's one of those little things where no matter if it's a 10-second video, a 20-minute video, a webinar, man, I'll tell you what, like even when it comes down to this long webinar that we're shooting, I'm going to shoot the webinar, get it up and posted before we go back and say, all right, here's what we need to change. Right. Because if I wait to shoot the perfect webinar, I'm going to be waiting a damn long time. I'm going to be missing out on clients, and chances are it's going to have to get changed anyways. So like with these videos that we're shooting, I hear a lot of people like, man, I got to wait to go live. I'm not ready to go live. Like the waiting
what are you waiting for?
There's nothing to wait for. And what I'll tell you is by the time people actually start watching your videos is by the time you'll actually get good, right? Because like your first couple of lives, I hate to break it to you, the algorithm even itself isn't working in your favor. So you have to warm it up and you have to do it consistently. So, you know, the number one, like that is literally the number one mistake I believe people do when it comes to video is they watch it. I know it sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean I don't watch? Do not watch the video. Post the video, send the video message, go live. Don't watch it and keep going.
The imperfection is the connection. You know, what we've been saying in our workshops is it's only through the examination and the explanation of failure that all your growth happens, right? So you can't fail if you never put it out there. So therefore you can't ever examine the failure and you can't ever explain it so that you get better.
And on top of that too, what I'll say is those things that you're examining and taking out might be those couple reasons why people end up working with you. Those little imperfections that you're seeing are the things that will make someone smile. Like, they're just like me, right? They're like, they're normal. Because I can't tell you how many times there was this one client I work with. It was a price point, like right in his price point. Like it was a house right in his price point. The person reached out to him and said like, hey, what agent do you know that I could work with that can do this price point? And he's like, hello. And they're like, well, they're like, man, based on all your videos, it just seems like you're way above what I'm at because they were all perfect videos, edited down, effects, everything going on. And they're like, man, they're like, they don't want to work with me.
I can't afford this guy.
Right. Exactly. So I'm not saying you go to the bare minimum, but at the same time, too, those type of videos, they speak to everybody in a different way.
Well, Nick, you've taught me a lot about virtual video content, social media content and contacts, leading to contracts, right?
Right.
And the one thing that I started examining while we were working together is what are the most popular shows in the world? Well, sports, and you don't get any do-overs in sports, right?
Right.
It is live.
Huh.
Reality TV.
Right.
Which is scripted reality, but it's
reality,
right?
I was gonna say that was okay. Go ahead. But yeah, reality TV.
Right. People are watching for the
concept of reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And the third most popular, and I don't know if you know this or not, is the blooper reel. The outtake.
Really? That's the third most popular?
The third most popular thing that people look for are fail videos.
Right.
For hours. So we're out here trying to be perfect, and we're not even in the top 3 of the things that people are watching.
Right.
Sports, reality shows.
Damn, Sekou's coming on fire.
Dude,
today.
So so people are like, well, what you mentioned at the top of this video is that, we're getting brand new agents to do millions of dollars worth of momentum, right? I'm a Pyle driver. Yes, let's go.
I saw that. I had to bring that up.
So the way we're getting agents into production like that, the way that we're getting brand new agents to put millions of dollars into momentum is to stop overthinking what they want to do and start deconstructing what they already have done. Right. And so they do the video, they send the text, they call, they wash, rinse, repeat that process. A simple thing like letting someone know that they can afford a house versus asking them if they want to buy a house,
right,
changes the game.
Right.
You want customers? Let them find out they can afford $500,000 worth of house. You won't be able to beat them away from your business. So we've been doing big things, man. We've been working with folks. A lot of the stuff that we're doing, it just comes straight from Sekou Krem. Adding content to your contacts. That's where we're at right now.
Right.
We're adding content to our contacts and transforming them into contracts with relationships. Well, those relationships are your videos, bro.
And I'll tell you what, too, just even that simple concept, it sounds like too good to be true. Digital note, phone call, video text. But the concepts behind it is I am sending you something of value, a digital note. I am following up with a phone call because it's the same thing. I'm calling because I sent you this digital note. It's not I'm calling for no reason or I'm calling because your house did da-da-da-da. Oh, your house expired. Like, I'm calling because I sent you this. Followed by the video text. Now they're putting a face to the name and they're putting you above everybody else because you made that relationship. So the concepts run deep. What we need people to do is run the course, right? You talk. I learned this from you, Sekou. We all try and do this Frankenstein model of a process that has been proven to work. We started looking at our business. I started using that term for my brother. He's like, that's good. Where'd you get it from? I'm like, Sekou. I'm like, why are we doing something like this? Person has made literally millions of dollars doing this process. And we come in here and say, well, I think we should do it like this. Why? Do the model, follow the system. It's been proven to work. So just continue to do it. You don't get paid more to figure out what's already been figured out. You're losing time, energy, and effort. So use the process, do that digital note, phone call, video text.
Dude, some don't get extra points for doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
Right? If you do a no look behind the back, over the head, dunk shot, it's still 2 fucking points.
Right. I hate to break it to you. I mean, this is where like the school system's always like, don't copy. You got to figure it out yourself. In this business, the copycat wins.
Hey, listen.
The best copycat wins.
Listen, this is directly from one of the workshops that we're doing, right?
Yeah.
We're teaching you, we're going to provide you with successful sales strategies and structures that can, listen to me, copy into your own business to fast track your success.
I love it.
That's system.
Yeah.
Right. And the system equals people.
Right.
And people are what make this work. Nick, man, I've been this since the start of this pandemic. This is not a seller's market or a buyer's market. This broker's market. It's your relationships that's going to help everyone in the long run.
Yeah.
So get out there, establish relationships, start building your business, man. I can't think of a better way to do it than this land, sea, and air approach that we put together on this thing, man.
And like you said, it's the broker's market, the agent's market, it's a relationship market. So if you don't show that you have relationships within your community too, people don't think you have relationships. So that's where the video approach is so important too, because if you don't show these things, we always say value unarticulated is value and unappreciated. If people don't know you're valuable, you're not valuable in their eyes. And at the end of the day, your consumer's eyes are the most important thing. You might say, well, it doesn't matter what people think. The hell it does in real estate. And people don't know you're valuable. But here's what happens. And this is why I think it is so important. Because some of them are like, well, if they don't know I'm valuable, then they're not the client for me. Well, here's what I know. The best salespeople truly believe that they are helping individuals because they're the best possible person for them. So you're telling me you are not willing to do what's necessary to help that individual? That's the difference that it takes. I believe that we are the best possible people to help people with their content and their videos. So it's my duty and obligation to get on here. Just because I'm saying to do videos isn't like, oh, I have to do videos because I tell people to. No, it's because I know there are people out there that we can help right now. And if I don't do videos, I don't do content, I don't email, contact, call, I'm not going to be able to help them. And chances are they're going to go with somebody else who might make them pay twice as much and help them half as much. And I don't want that to happen to them. So in real estate, it's the same thing. You see all these negative things said about real estate agents. Change the way people view real estate agents. Change the way people are viewed. Because if you provide that top service where you make it the easiest possible, you sell for top dollar, help them get into a home, we are one of the most valuable assets on this planet because that's like the biggest asset that we have as a home.
The universe.
Right. But it's their experience with the industry that has people thinking differently. So if you want to change that narrative, and experience, don't go on to these groups. Be like, can you believe what they said? Go on to your Facebook, go on to Instagram and change the narrative by shooting more video and showing people how you help them.
So I swear I'm going to shut the hell up after this, right?
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
So what you're saying to me is that billions of dollars worth of value, meaning the marketing companies, the ad executives, the most successful salespeople in the world, billions of dollars worth of value is saying that it's the client journey. It's the story that's more important, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
So Krem, you correct me if I'm wrong, but a video text where I mention your name puts the client and customer into the story. It customizes the story for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say this right now. Mic drop that Krem just gave you $1 billion worth of business in 30 seconds right there. We've been on 17 minutes. Krem has given you $1 billion worth of business right there. You guys should just bow down, take notes. Let's get going. I got some videos to make, Krem.
Yeah.
I'm going to start putting them in the story.
Sekou, on your concept too, like what you were just saying is, so all these top companies, the top ones in the world, are saying it's about the customer experience and the journey. We're not going to change that when we bring it to real estate. We're not going to think, well, real estate is different because that would be naive. And I'll tell you what, Sekou is a lot of great things. Naive isn't one of them. That's not one of them. So you're like, man, so this works over here. It will work in real estate. It's about the experience, the journey, and what we're providing to each individual.
I love it, man. I
love it. Hey, guys, Digital Note Sekou Krem. Learn how. Go back, rewatch this if you're just hopping on. Learn how Sekou is consistently putting $80 million in momentum with brand new agents using the Digital Note in these processes. Sekou, as always, it's a pleasure. You guys have been tuning into Sekou Krem. If you want all the material that we have, you can go to SekouKrem.com and go ahead and check it out. Peace, brother.
Let's go, y'all.